I'm not quite sure how we decided we wanted to put Temple of Doom ahead of Raiders in picking the years, but I think it sort of had to do with part wanting to tell a little bit more of a backstory, part wanting to kind of avoid the Nazis in that one. He is a little bit darker than the Indiana Jones film that we had seen the first time.
George wanted Temple of Doom to demand a lot more of its audience than Raiders had.
It was an experiment on our part to explore the genre and explore the character and to see how far we could push the boundaries and still make it an Indiana Jones film.
He wanted the second picture, like Empire Strikes Back, he wanted a darkness in the second Indiana Jones film to kind of push the envelope a little bit further toward the dark side.
It's a Thuggee ceremony. They're worshiping Kali.
Kali Ma Shakti de Bali chadhao tere aage Swikar karo.
We had made a film that was darker and stronger and had a little bit more violence in it than the other one, and it did not fit in the PG category. It wasn't really strong enough to be an R.
And so I went to Jack Valenti, and I was the one who suggested to Jack a PG-13 rating. And I said I would endorse it, I would talk to the MPAA, and can't we have a rating called PG-13 that's in between PG and R? And Valenti agreed, and we actually were able to get the rating approved by the MPAA.
Leave him alone, you bastards!
One of the things we wanted to do, and we were all in very much agreement, is not to make Indy a kind of cardboard character.
I always think that the obligation of the filmmakers, and certainly my personal obligation when I'm doing a character over again, or yet again, depending on your point of view, is to bring some new knowledge and understanding of that character to the audience.
I think Indiana Jones' character, as I said before, is a guy who is kind of has some character flaws. You know, and is not as charming as he'd like to be. In moments he must be, and other times he's perfectly charming. I think he's an unpredictable character.
Put the gun away, Sonny. Now, I suggest you give me what you owe me.
In Raiders, the character, the female lead, is very tough, very strong, very independent. And so we wanted to not repeat that character over and over again. So we wanted one that was completely out of her element, was not at home in the jungle, was not an outdoor person.
In looking for Willie Scott, she was a different kind of character than Marion Ravenwood. Marion Ravenwood was a two-fisted hellraiser.
Marion was a very self-possessed, rigorous character, and the character that Kate played was a less self-confident kind of character.
Willie Scott was more of a spoiled brat. She's kind of like a 1930s movie star prima donna. And so I was looking at a lot of movie star prima donna types in my search for Willie Scott. And I have been looking for about 2 or 3 months and really hadn't found anybody that was ready to cast in the film. A couple of candidates, among which was actually Sharon Stone, who read for me and had come in. And she was high on my list, not because she's a prima donna, but because she could play that. She was really a good actress. And when Kate Capshaw came in, I didn't know Kate from anybody. I mean, she just walked into the office. But she brought a light into the office that I had never seen before. I mean, I was kind of blinded by this kind of light that came into the office. It was all from her smile, by the way. And I went to Harrison, brought Harrison the tape, put the tape in at Harrison's house and said, "This is Willie Scott." And Harrison said, "I agree." And George saw the tape, and George said, "Yes, but I want her to be blonde." Because Karen Allen had the dark hair. Willie Scott has to be blonde, so poor Katie had to get her hair completely bleached like Jean Harlow.
Kate was remarkable. She's a delightful comic actress, wonderfully expressive and intelligent about how to tell a story.
Come on!
I don't want to go! Who are you?
Wow, holy smoke! Crash landing!
Short round. Step on it.
Okie dokie, Dr. Jones. Hold on to your potatoes.
There's a kid driving the car.
We needed a young boy, an Oriental boy, to play the role, and we did cast around a lot to try to find somebody. He was a perfect find because he was really bright and capable and funny, and casting young people is sometimes quite difficult to get somebody who can really act and really has the personality of the part.
He was somebody who sort of came in. We had an open call, and I believe he came in through an open call where you let anybody who wants to be an actor show up if they're the right age. I looked at like 200, 300 kids, and he by far was the best for the part. He was like a 11, 12-year-old kid going on 38.
Stay behind me, Short Round. Step where I step. And don't touch anything.
I step where you step. I touch nothing.
We had written a mine train chase in Raiders of the Lost Ark. And in trying to get the budget down to an affordable figure, I was slashing whole set pieces. And one of the scenes that I slashed was this big mine car chase.
So we took it out, and it was sort of sitting there on the shelf. So when we went to do the Temple of Doom, we said, oh, we got to put the mine chase in there.
Hurry! Hurry up!
Again, those kinds of set pieces are things that you say, well, I always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to do a car chase. I've always wanted to do an airplane chase. I've always wanted to do, so you save those things and you find the right opportunity to put them in there. Ultimately, we wanted to have a scene with a rope bridge. Again, it's traditional in these kinds of serial films, and part of it is an homage to the genre, which makes the whole idea of the serial and being in jeopardy much more interesting than just, a superhero or somebody who it's easy to have them get out of the whatever mess they get into.
Well, I became quite comfortable on the rope bridge, which was an actual rope bridge over an actual chasm. I remember that both George and Stephen were very leery of it.
I didn't like shooting on that bridge because that was not a special effect. There was not a matte painting below us. There was a 1,000-foot gorge and a drop to the rocks below. And I have acrophobia. I hate heights, and I never once went across the bridge. I could go about 85 to 90 feet out from either end, but I couldn't go to the middle. And I would have to get in a car and drive 1.75 miles to get to the other side of the canyon, to then get back on the other side of the bridge to get a shot. And that's how scared I was of that bridge.
Molaram, prepare to meet Kali in hell. Oh, what are you doing? You fools!
I think my favorite scene in the Temple of Doom is when Indy gets trapped in the little room with the spikes coming down, the ceiling coming down, and Kate has to come in and put her hand in a hole full of bugs to stop it from happening.
Willie, we are going to die!
It's moving! Got it!
It's funny and it just keeps building on itself. It's the perfect kind of Indiana Jones scene.
Bugs, snakes, rats, it's all the same to me.
I said, cut it out!
It's just another day at the office.
My favorite moments of the movie is where Short Round and Indy are playing cards, and Willie is being scared by every jungle creature she encounters. A lizard, an owl lands right in front of her, another lizard in a tree. I mean, she is just terrified. She's running back and forth. They're playing cards, and of course, Short Round catches Indy cheating.
Hey, you cheat, Dr. Jones. You cheat. You did full card. You pay now. No mistake. No mistake.
Mistake.
I'm very little. You cheat very big. Dr. Jones, you cheat. You pay money. You owe me 10 cents.
Look at this. Look at this.
I think our collaboration was pretty much the same on all three movies. We'd give and take and share the responsibility, and we're very good collaborators.
We were having a good time.
George and I really had the same relationship through all three films, you know, one of tremendous respect and confidence and fun. I mean, we had a really fun time making these pictures together.